Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Yosie Safitri. I am from TBI 4A English Department, Institute of Islamic IAIN Bengkulu. In this video, I will explain about listening comprehension TOEFL test. Happy watching. Now we explain about listening comprehension TOEFL test. Before we explain about how to answer the listening comprehension TOEFL test, we must know about the direction about the TOEFL test itself. We know in TOEFL test the direction is always same in the every test, and we know in the listening comprehension test include three parts. This part A, B, and C, and every part here has the their direction, and every test is same direction. And before we do the test, we must exercise to the listening comprehension test and know about the direction. And the second is because it is about listening, we must listening and focus about the what the speaker will say about the material. And if we know about that, we can answer the test. Okay, the first is about part A. In part A, it is about the short conversation between two people. This is the speaker 1 and speaker 2, and after the conversation, the will be the third voice. The third voice will ask the question what about the TOEFL test. Part A, this consists about 30 question, and in every question has their short conversation. And this is some tips that can be used if we answer in the part A. The first is we must focus on the second speakers, because usually the answer is about the second speaker, and the second is the answer is always about the restatement from the second speaker said, and this restatement, not statement. In our paper, this is the available answer. It is the restatement from the second speaker. It is not the same with what we heard. But it is the some speaker, and we can catch the keyword from the second speaker to answer the question. Okay, now we will explain how to answer the listening comprehension in part A. I will explain from the number 5. This is, as we see. This is the answer. This is the available answer. This include A, B, and C, and D. This is in our paper. This is not what the speaker will not the conversation or the question, because this is just on the record. Okay, we'll explain for the number 5. This is in A. Jason Daniel isn't home right now. B. The color dialect the wrong number. C. Jason Daniels can come to the phone right now. D. Jason Daniel doesn't want to speak to the caller. From the answers in here, we can imagine what will the question, will the recorder say. From this, we can catch the keyword. This is Jason Daniel. This is about the Jason Daniel. This is wrong number, phone. This is about the telephone. Okay, This is and the phone doesn't the wrong number in home. This is the keyword that we imagine what the question will say will record will say, I think. Okay, first I will read the conversation. This is I will conversation because in listening conversation we just heard this is not written for our in the paper. Okay, for number 5, this is first speaker. May I speak to Jason Daniel, please? Second speaker, nobody by the name works here. And what does the second woman mean? This is the question. What does the second woman mean? This is as we say before, this is the second woman. So the answer is about the restatement from the second speaker, right? Okay. Second speaker say nobody by that name work here. We look at the answer. This Jason Daniels isn't home right now. So I think this is wrong because the second speaker say works in here, not in home. So in A is wrong. We can what? Wrong. And B, the color dialect the wrong number. It is can true because the color dialect the wrong number. As we remember, the second speaker say nobody by that name works here. So it's mean the color dialect the wrong number. It is the color is called the wrong number, and the answer is B. We explain about number 14. The available answer in our paper: A. Refuse to work. B. Leave early. C. Request to work overtime. D. Ask for assistance. I will read the conversation. The speaker one. I'm afraid I'll have to work late again tomorrow night. Number 2. Why don't you ask for some extra help? What does the second woman suggest to the first woman? This is the again and again. The question is about what the second woman say. This is about second woman. We must focus on the second woman. And from the second woman, we can answer. The answer is D. That's why the second woman before say, why don't you ask some extra help? This ask for assistance. Assistance is same meaning with help. Help is same meaning with help. So that's why the best answer is D. Ask for assistance. It is before I say this is restatement from the second speaker, not what the second speaker say, but it is have some meaning with the second speaker say. Number 20. The available answer is A. Vegetables. B. Fruits. C. Meat. D. Cookies. From this available answer, we can imagine it is about the food, right? Then I will read the conversation. What's in that bag over there? I bought some apple, peach, pears, and grapes. What is the second woman talking about? Okay, this is the available answer. The best answer is B. That's why this is the written statement from the second speaker. Second speaker say, I bought some apples, peach, pears, and grapes. And as we know, apple, peach, pears, and grape is name of fruits. So the answer is fruits. Okay, next number 25. 5. A. Tiffany is Stephanie's mother. B. Tiffany and Stephanie are sisters. C. Tiffany is older than Stephanie. D. Tiffany is younger than Stephanie. The conversation. Speaker 1. Stephanie is already walking, but Stephanie isn't. Speaker 2. Tiffany was born before Stephanie was. What does the second woman say about Tiffany and Stephanie? The best answer is C, because this is the read statement from the second speaker, that the second speaker say Tiffany was born before Stephanie was. It means Tiffany is older than Stephanie. We will explain in part B. In part B, it is about the longer conversation. It is about conversation, but this is more long from the part A. In this, the two speaker too, but it is long conversation. And every conversation is followed by the some question. It is maybe 3, 4 until 5 question in one conversation. In part B usually consists 2 conversation. We explain about the conversation is number 31 until 35. I'll read the conversation. Speaker 1. Did you see the TV program last night about the skydiver whose parachute didn't open after he had jumped from his plane? Speaker 2. No, I didn't. Did he die? Speaker 1. No, it's really unbelievable how he could have survived such a free fall. Must let's live to tell about it on television. What happened? Neither of his clothes opened as he plunged to the ground when they found him. They thought he was dead. Doctor said he'd never walk again, but proved them wrong. How long was he recuperating? He spent 18 months in the hospital while his broken bones were mending. He was no sooner discharged than he jumped out of a plane again. Gee, some people sure do crazy things. Okay, the question is in number 31. Why was the man in the hospital? The best answer is D. He fell out of a plane. This is because in speaker 1 before say in D, he fell out of a plane, because in speaker 1 say about the did you see the TV program last night about the skydiver whose parachute didn't open after he had jumped from his plane? That's why the driver parachute is in hospital, because he fell out of a plane. It is the answer. Number 32. The best answer is on television. Because the question is, where did the interview take place? This is the first speaker said, "Much less live to tell about it on television." So the interview is on television, because it is the statement from the speakers. As we remember in part B, because it is long conversation, so we must remember what the speaker said to answer the question. Number 33, the question is, what caused the man's accident? The best answer is his two parachute, his two parachute didn't open. That's why this is the statement from the speaker. Neither of his cutters open, because whose parachute didn't open. This is because his parachute didn't open. That's why the accident. This statement from the speakers. Number 35, it is the last question. Question is, what did the man do soon after he was released from the hospital? The best answer is B. He jumped from a plane again, because the speaker said in the last conversation she said he was no sooner discharged than he jumped out of a plane again. So the answer from the question, what the man do after he released from the hospital, is he jumped from a plane again. So that's the explanation, the conversation in part B. Okay, the last is part C. Because part C is about some tasks. This may be usually 3 tasks, and every task is followed by some question. It's same with the part B, but this the task. This may be monologue. This one speaker will explain about some material that we must hear about that, and we answer the question. Okay, the question from number 39 until 42. This is the in part C. The monologue, the task is, I will read it. 2 men and a 13-year-old boy are saved now after being rescued from their tiny boat, which had been adrift in the Gulf of Mexico from 24 hours after their families had reported them missing. The Coast Guard began searching, but the group was rescued after waving frantically at a private airplane flying overhead. It turned out that they had drifted only 7.5 miles from where their engine had broken down. We explain from for number 39. The question is, how many people were in the boat? The best answer is 3. C. That's why from the speaker say in the first paragraph, or in first talk, she said 2 men and a 13-year-old boy. So 2 men plus 1 boy, this is 3. So how many people were in the boat is 3. Okay, the next is number 40. The question is, how were the boaters finally rescued? The best answer is A. They attracted the attention of a private airplane. A. That's why it is statement from the speaker. Say but the group was rescued after waving frantically at a private airplane flying overhead. So, how the boater finally rescued is, they attracted the attention of an airplane. This is statement from the speakers. The number 31. The question is, why did the authorities begin to search for the boat? The best answer is B. B. Sorry. B. Their families had reported them missing. That's why the answer is their families had reported them missing. The question is, why did the authorities begin to search for the boater? From the speaker said, after their families had reported them missing, the Coast Guard began searching. So that's why the answer is B. the authorities begin to search for the boat is because their families have reported them missing. Because this is long talk, so we must always to focus and remember what the speaker say to answer the question. Because the record is played just for one time. Number 42 is the last question. It's the last. The question is, how far had the boat drifted? How far? This how far? This miles. The best answer is B. 7.5 miles. This is the best answer because from the statement the speaker in the last of the thoughts, she said about if turned out that they had drifted only 7.5 miles. So how far had the boat drifted is B. 7.5 miles. So that's the explanation about the listening comprehension in part C. Okay, that's all my explanation about listening comprehension TOEFL test. Thank you for attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.